So, okay, so here you were, you're making stuff, you got your glow forge, you get an order for 80. I'm thinking she needs something different than a glow forge, girl. Tell me about
Yep, yep. Yeah, so I really was getting maxed out by my request because of the size of the bed of the Glowforge. What is it? 20 by 12, I think, and then a Z depth of 2. I started pushing the envelope of what that machine could do. And I was using the magnet trick, right, where you can take the hood up and do all that. But I was really pushing it of, okay, I'm maxed out. And I thought I got to get something bigger. And we had done well that year. We'd paid the machine off. And
it.
so I
What
started
year is
doing,
this? Are we 2020 or 2021?
I'm very transparent with how much my sales are. The first year with the Glowforge, I sold a gross of 25,000. And then, so then the next year would have been, I would have had the Glowforge a year and 3 months. I stumbled upon another maker who had a bigger machine in the Glowforge community, and that caught my eye. Really, it's Emily Caroline is the one, and
My
so
my November cover girl. Yeah.
yeah. Most people don't know this, but we go back a long way, and we kind of were mentors to one another in the early days. I remember her saying, "I think I'm going to start a Facebook group," and so she was just a very welcoming maker, and I hit her up and said, "Hey, tell me about what machine you're running in the back there." And I just kind of went out on a whim and said, I'm going to try this Mira 9, and that was my second laser. So then what happened? That was at the very start of COVID. Okay, so I got that machine, I want to say in March, and I was killing it because now you had graduation and you had kids that needed gifts and people were stuck at home. And I ended up making these graduation crates. And the first year I sold like 9,000 gross in sales for those crates. And it was just crazy. And what I noticed was what was throttling me back was that I only had one machine. I was waiting on the jobs to be done.
So now we have the bigger machine, but we only have one machine.
We only have one machine. And so I was like, okay, we got to fix this. And I told my husband, I said, I think that we need a second laser, right? So that I could be more, optimized. Now you got to remember I'm a systems engineer. So I'm always looking at how do I do it better? How can I get better throughput? How can I get more return? And so we were like, all right, well, let's do it. Well, by this time, people are really wanting machines because it's the start of COVID and people are like, I'm at home bored. I want to make some extra money. And so I called up Aon and they said it's going to be till December to get you another machine. So I had to pivot. Yeah, I had to pivot. So that's how I got this big Thunder. I just started looking at large lasers and I ran across Thunder Laser and gave them a call. And they said, we can have it to you in 2.5 weeks.
What?
Yeah. So that was that. It's amazing. So that was September timeframe. And I really wanted another machine for the Christmas rush.
So which one was the first of the two behind you? Which one was the first?
The 63, this bigger one. Yeah. This is a 63, and this other one, if I can point right, is a 35.
Yep, you got it.
So that big one is a 63-inch by 40-inch, and I think it's got like a 10-inch Z depth. My thought was this: I had jobs that I turned down that were a couple of homeowner association big signs that go on the sides of the brick walls that I just couldn't do with the Mira 9. And I thought, if I'm going to get another one, then get the biggest bed that I could. So that's what I had. So if you can imagine, in my dining room, I had that big 63 and a Mira 9.